The story starts where an introvert geek was silently reading at school. While reading, he ponders of something troubling him lately. We then get a glimpse of the beautiful Tsundere Gyaru that's bothering him lately. This woman in front of him was famous at school. However, he didn't expect she would show her bare melons out, giving him a sneak peek, even teasing him and bullying him for a couple of bucks for seeing it without him even asking for it. This action of hers startled him. As he tries to argue that he won't fall for her tricks again, Tsubaki had the idea to call the teacher and accuse him for being a perv. In the end, he didn't try to argue and handed over the 100 yen. She happily accepted the money, even asking him to not get too riled up and get excited at school. We are then formally introduced to her full name being Mirei Tsubaki. It seems she loves playing lewd pranks on him and shaking him down for money. Ever since then, she started picking on him. It has become a norm to go for a couple of sessions in the bathroom. Since Tsubaki always wears a face mask, the MC couldn't never tell what's really going on inside her head, as all he could see was her blank expression. He's confident that she is only targeting him with all these pranks and teases because he has no experience with women. Thus then every day this teasing causes him to go to the bathroom and have a session. Which it also brings him to his other concern. Going outside in the hallway, he noticed Tsubaki is interacting with guys, which seems to be her type. Hearing their conversations, the MC is left to grit, as it seems she would do it with just anyone, and finds this frustrating as he has developed some kind of affection. In the McDonald's fast food chain later that day, as he was eating and minding his own business, Tsubaki came interfering. However, her teasing was stopped when she noticed a limited edition Chinchin Purin keychain. Her interest went over this and asked for it to be handed over. He tries to argue she could buy it instead, however she teases him even more, claiming she is flat broke while showing her melons. The MC argues she does have money, as there is no way she wouldn't have it, as she just got paid earlier, insisting she did the usual with that guy earlier at karaoke. Hearing this made Tsubaki to lean over and gestures the usual, questioning if he also wants it. Later that day they both arrived at his home. She also commented how normie type his room was. On the other hand, the MC couldn't believe the girl he likes and finds cute is inside his room. To his surprise, Tsubaki was already in her knees asking him to take out Excalibur and to not stop denying it. As this slid out, she was shocked to see it like a horse, claiming the MC was a turbonerd. This experience gave the MC a whole new perspective, as his brain was melting from the experience given by Tsubaki. With a deep stare, she finishes the job, but was surprised how much he had. After this experience, the MC claims this must be a dream, as this is the greatest day of his life. As she is now claiming her reward, it seems the MC is ready for another one using her marshmallows. The MC couldn't believe to ever see in all its glory the holy marshmallows, finding this to be huge, and is afraid she would use this weapon of mass destruction on his Excalibur. She warns him that if this breaks his sword, she isn't held responsible. In just 2 seconds she claims that it's already over. As she gets the job done, it still wasn't finished even after using her weapons of mass destruction. The MC apologizes and claims she is just so cute and it won't be enough. Tsubaki, hearing this, made her to comment his intentions of buttering her up so she would do it again. The MC argues he does really find her cute. She argues that he hasn't even seen her face properly. She then questioned this cute compliment of him as if it's gonna cut it out for her, and insists he comments like those guys at school. The MC then exclaims this doesn't really have to do with those guys and just wholeheartedly sees her as cute. This left her to contemplate in silence for a second, but got on top of him immediately, questioning if he really finds her cute. Upon confirming this, she took off the mask, flustered as if this was the first time someone ever treated her this way, fixing her. As he again comments how cute she was, Tsubaki kissed him even more. She then got herself ready, commenting she wouldn't just do this for anyone. Tsubaki then showed heaven to the MC, where he was surprised but also shocked to see her inside. As he tries to take a pic, she badmouths him but immediately suffocated him using her cave. As they were doing the deed, Tsubaki couldn't believe she couldn't keep her cool as she finds the nerd to be too much for her. This went on for hours on time where they lost track of time. Where in the end the MC finds her to be the cutest girl in the whole world. After this the MC questions how much he owes her, but to his surprise she only asks for the usual 100 yen in return. She wanted to borrow him next time sometime again. Later that night the MC was awoken by Tsubaki and it seems it was obvious enough what she was doing. However, he woke up startled where it was a realistic dream. Upon heading off to school, a familiar figure came up to him, where Tsubaki was at a vending machine. It seems this time she calls out to him as her favorite dweeb. Seeing the MC, she asks for another 100 yen. As he tries to argue, she immediately took his hands and gave him the usual. He was surprised to see her doing this, but in the end he gave in. Seeing Tsubaki to never change, he ponders what does Tsubaki really thinks of him. The MC then suggests if they could maybe walk to school together. However, Tsubaki doesn't seem interested in this and comments if he thinks he could act as her boyfriend just cause they did the deed. The MC tries to deny this where he gets called out for graduating from having no experience, although she doesn't dislike the idea and wouldn't mind borrowing him again after school. This left the MC to ponder as he still can't figure her out and wonders what does she thinks of him, either a loser dweeb or just a regular guy. In class, as Tsubaki's friend wants to hit up karaoke, she passed up the chance. Tsubaki then hugged the MC and claims of having something to do and would be busy squeezing every last drop of the loser. Hoshino is enraged as she is being switched up for the Geek Lord. As they headed out, the two argues of leaving Hoshino alone like that. The MC then shared that his home is occupied. Tsubaki then had the idea of going up to the rooftop. This idea of hers was to save money. As they finished in a quick time, even proudly showing it, they suddenly got interrupted as a bunch of fellow classmen were heading up. Not having the chance to avoid being seen, they both entered inside a small locker. As the two looks face to face, Tsubaki then became a Tsundere, commenting he should be saying compliments to her face. After the two kissed out, they headed out. As the coast seems clear after this, they headed towards the gym shed. As Tsubaki enters from the window, she became stuck where the MC took the opportunity. However, this resulted in her falling inside and the same occurring to him when he tried to help. As they got alone, the MC shares his feelings of not having any idea going inside her head. He comments how special it was yesterday, but for her this was casual. This made him to comment that two people who shouldn't be dating is not supposed to do this. Tsubaki leans closer, calling him to be slow and comments that guys like him get hung up on the little stupid things. And seeing the MC focused on first, she had the idea of giving one he would never forget. She leans over and asks he should take her poop canal. She then shared that there is no way she would let anyone do this to her unless she liked them or is loaded, commenting how stupid he was. As Tsubaki couldn't handle it much anymore, she shares her feelings of being a little in love with him. As they shortly kissed, from behind of the window Hoshino was watching the whole thing and was frustrated about this, jealous of their relationship, indicating a triangle relationship that's about to occur.